Dr. Q's Fresh Breath Club for brighter smiles and maximum oral health. Made from 100% sustainable bamboo, it provides fresh breath for the whole family, grandparents, parents, and children. Buy once or subscribe to join the club. Fresh breath awaits at drqsfreshbreathclub.com. Shop now. Dr. Q's Fresh Breath Club.
Welcome to the Black Lion Podcast. I'm your host, Dom, and our guest host, Shenise, is with us again. And tonight we will be talking about politics and all that come with politics. Shenise, can you get us started, please?
What up, y'all? It's your girl, Shenise Nicole. I'm back. So one of the interesting things to me about politics is we always have, well, first and foremost, our country always picks either a Republican or a Democrat. We have yet to try an independent party. You know what I'm saying? We have yet to try one of these other parties. I just feel like, honestly, when you have Republican and Democrat in the office, all they do is get into the office and just undo each other's work. Whatever they did in 4 years or 8, the next president just comes in and just pretty much tries to undo the other person's work. And I feel like that just kind of sets us back as a country because we don't really have stability. Like, the money always gets messed up. Inflation gets worse every year. What else? I mean, healthcare still isn't free for everybody. You know, education, the cost of education continuously goes up. Like, it's ghetto here. But, you know, I just feel like when it comes to politics, for some people, for some candidates, it's a game. You know what I'm saying? It's a game of, who can make the last person look bad. And I feel like you're always going to make the last president look bad if you actually do your job. Like, do things that's better for our country. Stop sending money overseas for wars. Quit funding the army and what is it? I want to say they fund the police. They don't fund it like stuff that is really not going to benefit us as a country. You know what I'm saying? I think that the voting system is slightly rigged. Yeah. And like these presidents, they don't come in here to really change anything. They just come in and, they do what Congress allows them to do. And I feel like they test the limits and see like, oh, if we pass that, let's see how that'll work for this. And if we pass that, let's see how that'll work for that. But it's never really genuinely for everybody's interest at heart. I feel like the politicians have an agenda that they're trying to push for, like, what is it called? For people of a higher socioeconomic status, of people that are in a higher class. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I know I was rambling on, but what do you think?
I think all politicians are little kids at high school. That's what I think. That they high school kids with power, and they don't know what to do with themselves.
Yeah.
They just go around blaming each other, but really not solving nothing. Everybody want to blame somebody, and they got the solutions and the money to fix the problems, but they don't want to fix the problem. They just play the blaming game.
Yeah.
It shouldn't take 6 months to pass one bill because I know they say words, the wording and laws and policies that they want to pass stuff. It means different things, which I know it does mean different things. But if the wording is not to their liking, they want it rewritten so it could be written to their liking. Like that, to me, that's irritating. That really irritates about
Yeah.
It's not. It's people out here it's homeless people out here. Bad enough, it's children out there that's homeless too. So y'all taking y'all sweet time because it's not affecting y'all directly, and that's what really gets on my nerves about politics. Because they really not for the people. They for themselves.
Yeah, absolutely. I definitely agree. I feel like, when some of these bills were made and with the intention of being passed, I don't think a lot of them really consider people of color. Before, they didn't serve like the gay community, but like that agenda is being pushed. So now they're starting to be a little protected. You know what I'm saying? But there's still laws out here that don't really serve people. And how are we in the land of the free if the whole political system is corrupt? You know what I'm saying? The political system, the justice system, like these are things that go hand in hand. You know what I'm saying? And I just honestly feel like, how as a country can we be led by greats if everybody is essentially a scammer? Then yeah, but
They say that this is a democracy, but it's more so like a dictatorship
a little bit, yeah.
because whoever control the House and the Senate just do what they want to do.
I think the term democracy is used very loosely in a sense where, they say that we live in a democracy where, like we have free choice of certain things, which we do. I will say that. However, the way things are being controlled, it doesn't, like when you really start waking up and start seeing certain things play out or whatever, you don't really feel like that. You know what I'm saying? You, after a while, you stop feeling like we living in a democracy and we walk and instead we walking on eggshells because we don't want to say too much of what we really know or have a conspiracy of, because that's information that's being swept up by them people, you know what I'm saying, or covered up by them people. It's like it's really like a tough spot to be in, because it's like once you get to a certain status and once you really start seeing things for what they are, it actually can threaten you. You know what I'm saying? It could be a threat to you because you don't want to speak too much. Also, too, it's just the fact that knowing that certain systems that are put in place to protect us, like it's so corrupt, does more damage, and there's no regulation, there's no control, and a lot of these programs are being funded to pretty much like not do what it says it's gonna do, like i.e. the police. You know what I'm saying? You want to go and be able to like legally harass people, you become a cop. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, and it's like where people don't join it to really protect and serve. They're joining it to see what limits they can push as far as using excessive force on others. Like that is kind of crazy to me. How like you would think, like you would think that politicians crack down on that. You know what I'm saying? Because as a police officer, you got to do a psychological exam and all that other stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I would crack down.
You know what there is for them to let people the same skin color or close to their same skin color walk away alive, and people our skin colors are a little bit lighter than us. They make sure that if they do something wrong, that you got the right to kill or traumatize or whatever they're allowed to do. That's their own psychological test. If it's white, it's all right, but anything darker than that, then you got the right to use excessive force wherever you see fit.
Yeah.
And it's great, but that's crazy though, because I didn't see, but I don't know if it was two or three, but I know for a fact there was two that I could remember mass shootings from white people shooting up schools, and I think shot up school, and I don't know if it was
Those bars, clubs,
maybe
church.
that's still just that will always rub me the wrong way, because ain't no way y'all letting these people that's actually killing somebody live because you perceiving that this black unarmed man has a gun. They're just a perception. It's not a fact. It's not a truth. It's just a perception that
Right.
he's dangerous and he has a gun. When in reality he doesn't. But then they still get off. That's what make me even more mad.
Yeah.
But they got this whole life backstory about why he shot up the church or the school. I'm like, no, that's I'm not trying to hear none of that.
Yeah, that's true. When they
Yeah,
go to court, they have the nerve to plead insanity.
yeah. If he insane, then
Yeah.
put him in a mental facility. Don't let him out. Throw away the key.
Yeah. And that's what they do. They put them in a little mental hospital or whatever. But I feel like, I'm like, that's a cop out. Every time, like every time y'all just gonna take the, well, for them, I mean, it's easy for them to always claim insanity. You know what I'm saying?
Well, we gonna live or not. It's there.
Yeah. And we don't even have to do half of what they be doing, which is crazy. I think the craziest thing to me that I had seen was all those people storming the Capitol. And I was like, nobody got shot at, nobody like was tased, nobody was maced down.
And y'all,
Tear up some property.
and they love their cops so much, and they want when their brothers in blue get killed, they want to beat up people, they want to terrorize neighborhoods, but y'all didn't do nothing to them people that four y'all, I don't know if it was 4 or 3, but 4 cops lost their lives. They
Yeah.
committed, so I'm confused. Like, they not making it make sense.
Yeah. I just think that that's one of those things that's just not gonna make sense.
No, Carrera in Philadelphia, if a cop get shot or something, they in these streets 24/7, like it's nobody business to find that cop killer.
Yeah. Yeah.
But y'all know these people marched to the Capitol, they attacked the Capitol, and 6 of y'all in uniform killed themselves.
Yeah.
So, and they didn't do nothing. They was taking pictures with them and all that. I was like, okay. So I'm not trying to hear, because people keep talking about people looting in Philly. I don't care about none of that. So what? Let them loot, because y'all not doing nothing when y'all white counterparts or the people the same race as y'all doing this craziness. Y'all just letting them do it, and they getting away with it. I was arguing with some people about the looting in Philly. I said, I'm not mad at them. I said, I know why they doing it, but the news, they trying to say, oh, this looting is, they gonna crack down on this looting, blah, et cetera, et cetera. I said, yeah, it's a reason why they loot, because y'all let another cop get off from killing someone that was unarmed.
Yeah.
It was a Spanish guy. They perceived that he was a danger to the own community, but he was saying he wasn't doing nothing. I don't know. During the video, it looked like he just was, I don't know, listening to music or chanting something, and they just shot him. Like, I said, it's crazy. These cops are getting away with it, and that's why the police commissioner, she black. She left. She going for another job in New York, between New York and New Jersey. She took
Yeah.
because she know that cop was supposed to be locked up for life for murder. But the judge, whoever that judge is, let him off because supposedly they try to arrest him for the wrong or prosecute him for the wrong crime. I said they want people to, they want an excuse to say, oh, these black people acting crazy and Spanish people acting crazy for no reason. No, it's not for no reason. Y'all know why they acting crazy, but they gonna keep running this news story that they just looting for no reason when that's not the case.
Yeah.
That, to me, that's why it's always, when it comes to politics and all that, it's good for our people to have our own media where we could show what's really going on and not what these news stations say, because they have agendas on them news stations and channels. They don't tell the whole truth.
Yeah. Heck yeah.
And they probably gonna say, oh, we're not allowed to tell the whole truth. We answer the bosses, just that and the third. No, y'all can tell the truth if y'all want to.
Yeah. It's crazy out here. Crazy. But
And
you know, I'm all I could do is just pray to God that things get better.
but
So
that's why I'm having Mom Jehovah's Witness, because we stay neutral when it comes to politics and all that other stuff. But it just get under my skin though, because we believe only God's kingdom could solve all these human problems.
yeah.
We can't solve our own problems.
Yeah.
Everybody not everybody, but those with power don't want to give up their power for the greater good.
Yeah, exactly. But you know, that's why, learn that there's a system to everything and just really understand that, as long as you're persistent and you find your way of climbing up the economic ladder, you'll start seeing little different things like different treatment sometimes and stuff like that. And I just feel like, when it comes to respect, like they don't get the respect that they deserve because certain things, like how certain politicians, when they're running the country, they're not thinking about that group. You know what I'm saying? They're not considering that group of people and things that could possibly protect them. And I mean, it's sad to watch, really and truly. It's sad to watch, but all things will keep playing out the way they're supposed to.
A lot of politicians, they put on a show as if they empathetic and that they for the people, but
Yeah.
they for their bottom line and their own family.
Yeah.
Are you really for the people?
That part. You make sure your people is taken care of, period. Or at least have a plan in place for the people and you present it. You know what I'm saying? I think that being president nowadays is just something for some of these politicians to cross off their bucket list. You know what I'm saying?
They all about to check out. So new politicians that's younger, youthful. I think I don't know if they relate to the youth now today, but I know they more younger than these old politicians that's been in office for over 40 years.
Yeah. But honestly, I'm not even gonna lie though, like if I'm not mistaken, I learned that in school. And you got to be kind of old. And I was just like, I never really understood why, like presidential candidates have to be kind of old. Because I know that when you serve in a Congress, you have to serve as a Senate or I think on the House of Representatives, you got to serve for like some years before you could even be the president. So,
They want you to have as less fight as possible. But now
so
they let Trump he become president, and he got a lot of energy since then. He be campaigning, doing all types of crazy stuff.
yeah.
Even though he supposedly in court and stuff, he's still campaigning for president.
Yeah, while he's being indicted on charges. It's like, sir, why do you want to come back in the White House? What do you got more left for these people?
And well, if I'm not mistaken, is this year?
24.
Yeah, because if he become president, they can't indict him because you can't.
That's why he's running.
That's the word on the news that they trying to indict Biden. They said that, and they got the news articles up saying that Biden made the country worser, more foreigners than Trump. Because Trump was stopping foreigners from coming in, which could be true, but I don't know if it's true or not. Because
You know what? It would make sense if he did because of the war with Ukraine. Because I do know that they were bringing some people from Ukraine over here to help them. So I don't necessarily think that he's making the country worse for doing that. I just what I was informed about with the Ukraine is that when they signed NATO, Ukraine wasn't an ally with anybody. So I guess now with them going to war with
Russia,
Russia, the U.S. is now trying to establish the Ukraine as an ally.
yeah,
So, I mean, it makes sense why they're spending all this money sending our army out there. But honestly, I feel like that ain't our battle to fight. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we got enough problems over here. Like, we don't need to keep sending no money for weapons to go fight with them over there. Like, we don't need to do that.
they decide they want to drop some bombs over here, then jobs gonna be stopped. You're not gonna be
Yeah.
able to do nothing. The
But
most
this is my thing, though. I feel like after having to experience a shutdown in 2020, I would think that the politicians would put more remote jobs in place. You know what I'm saying? More like
they working on it.
job. Well, they working a little too slow on that. But,
Yeah, that's what making it where robots could do the job, and if you able to use, if you savvy with technology, you most likely will have a better opportunity to have a job.
yeah. But I just feel like, everybody should at least be able to still somewhat work or receive money from when the country goes on a shutdown, like stable income. So that everybody could pay their bills and stuff like that, because that was just so messy. Like, people had like balances due and landlords couldn't evict nobody because we were in a state of emergency. Like, you know what I'm saying?
He tore everything down, like you said, Obama put up there, because they had everything in place for when pandemic happened. Had everything set up, but Trump started tearing away everything that he didn't want that Obama put in place, and then it was messed up.
Yeah.
I was like, these people was really sick in the head. How you
Mhm.
tear down something that's going to benefit the whole country in case of a global emergency?
Right. Yeah, man. That's definitely crazy. And then on top of that too, it's like They know when a pandemic is gonna hit. They know. They know when they're gonna have to shut something down. I mean, I was even reading not too long ago that the government they just barely avoided the shutdown because they couldn't agree on, I guess, passing some bills or something.
Like the word, they call it language, meaning what's written in there, the language of the bill. That's what it's always about, and that's what gets on my nerves because it's not that y'all know people need what they need, then y'all shouldn't be worrying about the language because the language is not benefit most of us anyway. It's benefiting these high these corporations that fund y'all campaigns for what y'all run for election for y'all seats. So that's
Right.
what it's really about. They got to put on these shows to make it seem like, oh yeah, we really for the people. No, y'all for these big corporations that's in y'all back pocket.
Yeah. But see, that's the reason why they make them show their taxes in order to qualify to be president. I don't understand how Trump slipped through the cracks when they asked him about his tax documents. He didn't show them.
Because he didn't have to tell them. And that's why they went after him because he told the truth. Certain states got different laws. I think he was in Texas or something. He was somewhere and he was on one of the shows and he was explaining how you could avoid paying taxes on your bill on your own business. It's loopholes to everything. And he started talking about that and people was mad that he said that on national TV and that's why they coming after him. Well, one of the reasons they coming after him.
Yeah.
He's a businessman. He's not a politician. He's a businessman.
You know what's so scary? It's always so scary when you know too much. You know what I'm saying? Just because the way that this government is set up, it's just like, it's just kind of scary how the lengths they would go to try to cover up a secret.
They will come for you.
Absolutely. And that's scary.
I'm still you ever saw the episode? Do you watch Criminal Minds or did you
I
ever?
used to.
But it was okay. So it was an episode when one of the U.S. government scientists he created a virus and he had the cure for the virus and stuff. But
So was it an actual physical virus or was it
by a biological virus, airborne. So at the end, they caught him and they told him that what in order for them to catch him, they lied to him saying that they gonna send him to Fort Deep or something like that, some type of fort that they like a special high security, max security place where they got all these other viruses at. And they said they gonna lock his up there and show him everything. So I said okay. So I said people not just putting this on TV and people act like oh it's just TV, it's fake. No, that's probably a real place under a different name, and y'all got these biological weapons and other things locked in a vault somewhere, and y'all think people not gonna pay attention that y'all got these viruses locked up somewhere, and y'all could send them out to us to see how they's gonna affect us, to see if it's gonna kill off the population a little bit, so y'all don't gotta really take care of the people. Y'all rather get rid of the people and just take care of y'all people, y'all families and stuff. For real, for real. That when I watched every time I watch that video, I mean that episode, I think about that. Like these people really out here just planning, they killing it. They trying to find each and every way to kill us all. Don't matter who. It don't matter if you black or whatever race you is. If it could limit the cost of the country, the expenses to the citizens, that's what they gonna do. Cause they want the citizens to work.
Yeah. You know what all of this reminds me of too? It reminds me of the Purge movies.
Yeah.
How, they have one night of where basically it's free game to kill whoever.
They can rape, kill.
Whatever to do. The government, police are shut down for 12 hours. Like hell no. I couldn't do that.
Well, it might not be 12 hours, it might be a whole week. You never know with this government. Well,
Yeah.
even though we at war hasn't come to like when war, because 2001 to on 9/11, they got everybody out of school. I still remember that they took us out of school. I was like, yo, I said, why are we getting out of school? I'm like, something don't seem right. Them like, yeah, I forgot who they said attacked, but I know it was supposedly whatever his name, I can't even think of his name. The guy from Iran or Iraq, one of the two. Yeah, they said that he supposed to orchestrated these attacks on the U.S. soil and all that. I'm like, yeah, y'all keep doing things to these other, supposedly doing things to these other countries. When we know y'all just going over there for their resources. Well,
Mm,
overtaking their resources more so. Because that's what it's really about. They not trading, they actually over there demanding more so. Because that's why they send the U.S. Army to different parts of the world so they
yeah.
can clear certain areas in different countries. People, it's like the United States.
It's crazy because it's like it's the land of the free, but not everybody feel free.
Right.
Not everybody feel free. There's still systems that are in place here that like still do hold a group of people back, groups of people back.
Yep, and that's systematically.
Yeah, generation to generation, which is sad.
I think it's okay.
Yeah, I just honestly feel like the saddest part about all of this is that younger people are allowed to make a decision to alter their gender, but when it comes to like as a country really focusing on what's more important of making us better and stronger people, i.e., investing in educational institutions to where a lot of us can grow and elevate instead of making that stuff affordable. They rather focus on this agenda that they pushing and allow people to boys to want to be girls and girls be boys and have hormone therapy and stuff. I feel like as a politician, if that's your main focus, you got a lot to worry about. You know what I'm saying? And yeah,
That's really to design to keep the black family separate from each other. Keep
yeah,
separating the black family more so to keep that going. Welfare did that already systematically. Because if a female, that's just a fact. If a female's feel as though she could do it herself, and that guy she with don't want to do it, she leave him. She could she handle everything herself, and she all right with it. But and that's fine though. I understand you still got to take care of the kids at the end of the day and
yeah,
yourself. But I say they make it hard for black men to succeed.
yeah,
That's why we the most in jail. We the most getting killed. They got us killing each other for nothing,
yeah.
over nonsense.
Yeah, and a lot of people don't understand that it was a system to just, like push us back. But once we really realize that we don't have to allow certain things to push us back, we will be so much better as people.
And I feel as though we do know, but the trauma dictates to me. Or trauma always will dictate future actions. 'Cause they used to, oh, I got to react this way. I don't know. You never know what somebody's capable of, especially when violence is involved. So you never know what somebody's capable of. So you always want to do what you think is necessary to safeguard you or your family.
Yeah, mm,
Uh,
that's
once
true.
once we start loving each other,
What'd you say?
I said once we start loving each other I would say a whole lot more, but just even if it's just a little bit every day, that's progress.
Right. Right. That's true though. I just feel like our community needs us specifically. I can't speak for the other communities, but us specifically, we need a little TLC. You know what I'm saying? We need a little I feel like some people need a little encouragement. I feel like a lot of families are broken and and just need to fix their communication to fix whatever their issues are. And I feel like, yeah, we'll do amazing as a community. Amazing. And shit. I feel like as long as we continue to thrive, we can kind of control our own narrative. And we never know as a people, like if we came together and really made something happen, I feel like this time around they wouldn't have a choice but to respect it. Sorry, I thought it was a that led to Dobie. But yeah, I feel like we can demand respect from them folks as long as we all unite and come together.
We could unite. My whole thing with the unite, we could unite even if people that they don't want to stay united, whoever does decide to stay united, could keep it going. Those who want to stay united. Just
Mm.
because certain people leave don't mean everybody got to leave.
Yeah.
It's like it'd be like a domino effect. Like that, when one group leaves, everybody want to just break it up and all progress is lost. No, you don't got to leave because other people don't want to be part of the vision that you got for whatever company or whatever movement you want to do.
Yeah.
If that's what you believe in, and you feel as though that's beneficial to you and the community you're a part of, then go for it.
Right. No, absolutely. That's definitely true, to know game and then just play it basically or run it. And yeah, we can definitely change the narrative of, unfair treatment. It's like it's always gonna be unfair, but we just gotta demand like somewhat better treatment, you know what I'm saying, as a community. And trying to elevate pretty much. But yeah, I definitely feel like their priorities is all wrong. We shouldn't be sending Ukraine a bunch of money. That don't make no sense.
If this world don't end before that change come where everything is how it's supposed to be, like as as imperfect people, if that happened before, I would like before this world end, I would like to see that, be alive to see that.
Yeah.
Even though I don't think it will happen before then, if it does happen, I would like to be here to see.
Yeah, just gotta ask the good Lord to bless your life with longevity.
Yeah, they think I'm a super cat 10 times, coming back to life 10 times.
Just ask to live a long time in this lifetime, and then, when that burns out, then shoot, on to the next in the afterlife.
That's topic for a different day. I feel you though.
Yeah. All right, but to wrap this up though, yeah, I just, it would definitely be nice to be more into politics, but because I know that everything is corrupt, I don't like to get into it. I always be like, my name is Bennett and I ain't in it, okay? Unless it's gonna affect me, income wise, I'll tune in. We'll see what happens. Other than that, I really wouldn't like to know what goes on behind closed doors.
I feel you on that too. I just hope the politicians, if y'all really about the people, be about the people, get things done, stop procrastinating and going over language and policies and amendments y'all want to pass. That's all.
Yeah.
But to our good folks, thank y'all for tuning in again. It's a pleasure. We thank y'all for listening to us. And until next time.